Good Wednesday morning, and welcome to Ice Age TV. Wow, where's the barn door thing? Where's the kid? I don't know. It gets too complicated, everybody. Wow. Hey, it's a Wednesday morning there, and what a beautiful Wednesday morning. Welcome to Ice Age TV. I don't make many morning videos anymore. Just totally got burned out on that and just didn't really do a lot for my channel. But you know what? I thought this morning I would make a morning video because, oh, this is funny. Good old Rebel, he wants that little sheepy toy. If you watched my video this morning from the daughter, went out and bought all these stuffed toys yesterday. I'm like, those dogs are going to tear those things apart. And there's going to be cotton balls everywhere because those things will not last with those dogs' teeth. But here we go across on the beautiful late October. Yeah, hard to believe. It's already coming to another end of another month. How the season is changing right in front of our eyes. And for me, the never-ending YouTuber that goes blah, blah, blah every day of my life, you probably can see the change of season from the winter to the spring to the summer, now to the fall. As I go out here in my shop, like I say, I don't know where the kid put the damn barn opener. I have no idea. So I gotta go in through a side door here. It's just never simple. But anyways, thought I'd make a video this morning because, wow, another Harley dealer has closed its doors in my own backyard. It's pretty incredible. In all the years I've been riding motorcycles, I literally have bought a Harley-Davidson motorcycle at just about every single dealer within reach of my area. I mean, I'm not lying. I've bought one from Patriot Harley, one from East Coast Harley, one from District Harley. I mean, more than one, but Frederick Harley, Baltimore Harley. I can just start going through the list of all the locations of Harley dealers that I've bought Harleys. And here in the last year, if you really watch my channel, Frederick Harley closed, I think, a good year ago. I think about a year ago they closed up. And then now you have District Harley-Davidson, which is over in Gaithersburg, Maryland. That was a long-term, kick-ass Harley dealership, and also BMW, Ducati. For many, many years, the original owner, older guy, he had that thing for probably like 20, 30 years. And then Bayside Auto Sales bought him out probably like, I don't know, 2015 or something like that. I can't really remember. And so anyways, I just saw on Facebook that they sent a letter out to everybody in the community that they have officially closed their doors. And it was a two-dealer ownership, so, auto dealership. So it isn't like they went bankrupt. They just closed the doors. Just like Frederick Harley-Davidson, that didn't go bankrupt. They just closed the doors. So, wow. It's just kind of hard to believe for me at the age I am and been around that I'm witnessing truly the change of the economic times of the motorcycle industry. And it is true. People who watch the market, the trend of the Harley-Davidson product, the flare is slowly disappearing. It just doesn't have, I really think it's just too much. There's just too much product in the market. They overproduce motorcycles, and there's just too many other options for you as an individual to buy something else, is what I think is really going on. And the running joke is the older generation, the 60s, the 70s, the 80-year-old guys, they're all moving on, dying, giving up riding, and the younger generation isn't at the masses. The younger generation likes Harleys, but it's not at the same level that it was for so many years. So that's my own guess. And here's the dogs as usual, just always going after each other, never ending. Here's something to change the subject. So I thought I heard a while back that the Hayabusa was no longer being built. Well, no. 2026, they have a whole new model, and they get the the special edition models of really pearl white and a really cool blue setup. So the reality is the Hayabusa has not been stopped from being produced. I thought it was, and that's the problem. So if anybody here looking at these bikes, I would be the first to raise my hand that would say to you a good 10, 20 years ago that if I had this bike and I kept it like I did forever, that eventually Suzuki would stop producing these, and this thing would be a sought-after bike and get good money. No way. No way, man. They're building these things by just way too many units, so you can still go buy a Hayabusa. So, sure, it's an updated technology, but their overall theme, the look, the power, besides the miles per hour limiter on the bike, you can still buy one. So, for this here, this will never probably have any great value anytime soon just because there's just too many out there. But I didn't buy it for that reason. I bought it because it was a hell of a deal in my eyes, a great price, and it's in cherry condition. So I was blessed to find this, and I thought I got a really great deal in my world because it's such low miles. Now, this past weekend, after I bought the bike, I ordered myself a nice special Hayabusa cover for this, but I kind of hate covering these bikes because then I lose looking at them. But I thought, you know what, I'll put a cover on this one just to salvage it, if you know what I mean, because of all the dogs and everybody else. But anyways, the whole point of that is I hate covering my bikes up because I truly enjoy looking at my motorcycles. I hate actually putting them in the trailers because then I kind of lose my walking out to my barn and seeing the most things that I like in life are the motorcycles. And that's just the way it is. So once again, not really a long video by any means. I just was really making a video because I'm thinking to myself, wow. I mean, for Harley-Davidson, I don't think this is any surprise to anybody that's watched my channel that Harley-Davidson is losing market share and they're in challenging times. So no surprise there, right? But at the same time, you know, who's the next Harley-Davidson dealership in my immediate area to not be able to make it? So I really don't know that answer, to be honest with you. I have no idea. But they're thinning out, so the other guys are probably happy because it's one less dealer, now two less dealers in this immediate area that another dealer has to deal with to try to beat them to the punch. Oh, it doesn't end, you know. I don't make many morning videos, and now my daughter's trying to call me, and I don't know what that's all about. So, hey, I'm making a YouTube video right now. What's going on?
What are you talking about on the video?
How District Harley-Davidson went out of business.
Oh.
Can I call you right back? Can I call you right back?
Yeah.
Yeah, bye-bye. So anyways, but also then you have to say to yourself, here's Indian selling out. So Polaris Industries, I'm sure you know this as well. I don't think there's any news I'm bringing you today that you don't already know about. But also, here's Polaris selling the Indian motorcycle side to an investment group. I got to tell you what, I've been around a long time. I'll never forget when FCA, was it Fiat Chrysler Automotive? No, it was, I'm trying to remember who owned Dodge. It was Daimler. Daimler Chrysler, the Germans. Mercedes-Benz owned the Dodge, Jeep, Ram Chrysler brand, and they sold it out to Cerebus, where a guy named George Nardelli, who was the famous Home Depot executive that ran Home Depot into the ground. Well, I'll never forget in 2008, 2007, 2008, I think it happened, if I remember right, that Mercedes-Benz sold off that the American product line, and I heard about George Nardelli being one of the guys that's going to run this financial investment company called Cerebus. And I went around to all the buddies that own these Dodge. I said, you guys are done. They were like, what? I said, you're done, man. This guy, George Nardelli, he's going to run this thing into the ground. Well, just by coincidence, that whole timing of that turned into the whole financial crash of the car market back in 2008, 9, 10. So what ended up happening? Well, if you know the story, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Dodge went bankrupt. And then in the end, Fiat Chrysler Automotive Group bought them out, and the union to bring them back to life. But the point of that is, you have to say that Indian now has sold, or Polaris has sold off Indian to an investment group. And I think Mike Green, the former Harley guy that ran Harley for so many years, is a key guy that's going to run the new ownership of this investment conglomerate for Indian. But you have to say to yourself, wow, is the painting on the wall? I mean, sincerely, is the painting on the wall that the hardships and the craziness and the markets are finally going to just come to reality, that the amount of money people have in their pocket isn't reality, that people don't have any money in their pocket. I don't know. I've been befuddled for years on how this economy just keeps on kicking ass and how people just seem to have money grow on trees. And I'm sure if you watch my channel, would be first to raise their hand and say, yeah, watching your channel, I truly did believe money grew on trees. Not knowing, yeah, yeah, right. If you know my story, I'm not going down that path at this time. But anyways, here we are. That's it. Got to go to work. I'm very busy working, so just making a nice morning video to just say hi and hope you enjoy the day. It's a blessed day for us here because it's a beautiful day. And thank God Florida's not getting the repeat hurricane season, and North Carolina and the Eastern Seaboard is not getting slammed and killed like they did a year ago. Just think about a year ago, how devastating that the hurricanes in North Carolina, I mean, everybody kind of seems to forget that pretty quickly, if you know what I mean. So we've been blessed, really, with not really having radical storms. So, but what does that mean? Is it the quiet before the storm on many fronts? I don't know. Hey, God bless. Have a great day.